Welcome, everybody, to Generation Dan, the only podcast that doesn't have a fast pass because you ran out of money 3 hours ago. I'm Atlas Novack. I'm your millennial. Who else is here with me?
I'm Dino the genetic marvel, and oh man, I went above the fast pass and went for the VIP. Oh, the looks on people's faces is delicious. Our guest for today is Erik Escobar. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. I just bought the park. You know what I mean? No fast pass, no VIP. I have billions. Just figured I'd buy every theme park. Now I can just gallivant my way through it. I love it. I love it.
It's like that episode of South Park where Cartman buys the like broken down theme park just so he doesn't have to wait in line, but because he has to keep hiring people to run the park, he eventually makes a wildly successful theme park, and then he's like, no, I have to wait in line again. Because like the whole ad campaign is he's going like, you can't come, ha ha ha, and then people are like, well, I want to go now.
I feel okay. So on track with Eric Cartman, the creators Trey and Matt, they loved Casa Bonita. Have you guys heard? You remember the Casa Bonita episode? It was an actual place. They loved it so much they just bought it. They were like, oh, this little theme park restaurant thing is going to go out of business. And then South Park creators were like, no, it's a good bit. And they just bought it. And I'm like, geez, Louise, the power, the South Park power of Cartman and the creators.
I feel like if you're rich and you don't do shit like that, like then you're going the route of the supervillain. Like, don't. You gotta do weird, good things for people just randomly. It's very helpful. Keeps you balanced.
I agree.
You know?
Unless you buy a theme park and make it super expensive and super crowded, then you're just twisting it in, knife in the wound. You know what I mean? A little salt. I get it.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. And so in what the first time I ever went to LA was for Atlas's wedding. So when I came, my wife's like, hey, we're in LA. You want to go to Universal? I'm like, hell yeah. She goes, cool. We're going to go VIP. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, but I like it. So VIP, we got to see all the, like, we saw Jaws, we saw Bruce, we saw like what the hell? A whole bunch of like Matlock's house. We saw like weird, a plane that crashed. That's just a movie.
The War of the Worlds. I know what you're talking about.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. And then on top of that, then we got on all the rides. And instead of going through like Fast Pass, we actually got escorted through the exit to the front and past the Fast Pass people. And the look on their faces were like, but we have a Fast Pass. We're like, they're VIP. They get ahead of you. It was like, just, hey, that's it. Boom.
It was just a dunk on people.
Bro, it was
question
so good.
For the VIP though. So I feel like I when I've splurged, and so I remember the first time I went to Disney World. Super fun. We splurged on the I don't call it fastest more, but the express lane, the fast lane, whatever it is. And I really enjoyed it, but I'm a big queue guy. I love a good queue. I love a good line. And I found with the speed thing, with the jump, you skip a lot of line. You don't experience the 3-hour queue. Do you feel like with VIP, you missed out on some of that? And was that an issue for you? Or are you like, this is cool?
I get the feeling you're a fan of edging.
I am.
100%. Yeah. Who isn't in this day and age? Yeah.
Why? Like, so is my wife commenting? Stop. Get out of there. Get out of there. Don't get out.
What's up, Johnny, Marcelo? Lunch in the Universal Commissary. Yeah, we got lunch and everything. It was a buffet lunch. It was super cool.
That's great.
So in all honesty, it was really the morning we got to go tour the back lots and all that kind of stuff. And we heard the stories and all the cool things about everything. And then we got buffet lunch. And then
in France, right? Next to Despicable Me. A little French one here.
I think so. I don't remember. There was all sorts. It was honestly, it was like just an onslaught of the senses for the whole time. And then
it was like, no, it was in Hollywood. What are you talking about? Yeah.
And then we did like all of the rides in a matter of like 4 hours in the afternoon, and it was done. And I'm like, so it's like it was a great day, but you didn't. Yeah, you kind of bypassed everything, but you got to so much more on the other side.
I think if I got to ride everything and do everything within a few hours, not getting through all of the Hogwarts line wouldn't make me as upset. You know what I mean? If I could go in Amity Island and hang out with Jaws, I'm okay not seeing Dumbledore's closet. You know what I mean?
Well, because what used to be the system at Disney was FastPass would have to be a thing you had to go physically pick up the thing, the FastPass ticket. So Katie was telling me when she was younger, when her family would go to the park, they would there'd be the rope drop and they're like, go! And then they have kids split off to which rides they wanted to get the FastPass for, book it there, get it, and then come back and join everybody else.
You would split too. People would go to Space Mountain, people would go to Indiana Jones, just so you could go and then merge back and have we got the tickets.
Yeah.
That's a whole other sort of queue though. Do you understand? That race that you have to go through, it's just going faster. Jim says Russian people love to wait in lines. That is true.
I'm going to do, if I remember to, I'm going to intercut Cartman's little speech that he has, where he's like, the lines, like he's losing his shit as he's talking about how much he hates lines.
There's a great YouTuber named Defunctland, and his whole thing is, I think it's Kevin Berger, I think it's the guy. He's excellent, but he just did, or not just did, but a while back, he did a 2-hour doc just on the concept of lines at a theme park, how they work faster, how you can circumvent them. And I'm like, this is great. This is like a college course, and I love this. And more, please, more.
See, this is the thing: is I'm okay with a line. It's when the line gets to it's going to be 4 hours. I'm like, nah, you got 45 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour. And then I'm just like, is this worth it? And am I missing out on other stuff? Right.
Yeah.
And I know
that's why.
And I know they do the thing where they'll have it snake in on itself to make it not look as long as it really is.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's okay, we turn the corner and there's more line. Great.
Apparently those snakes, those switchbacks were it's a weird concept, but I guess that line concept was invented by Disney because the logic was people from all over the world are coming over. They're going to want to talk to each other. They're going to want to socialize. What are iPhones? What are social media? We don't know that. It's 1960 something. Let's make sure people can connect. And now it's hey, why are you so close to me? I want to be on my phone while I'm escaping the world on my phone. And I'm like, what? The whole point was to vibe out with each other.
It was a cool idea at the time, probably, but that one didn't.
I mean, you did get to meet friends, and then sometimes there'd be girls and stuff when it'd be great, right? Mm-hmm. And then
that's the only reason why I rode.
Yeah. 100%. No, you cross paths with the girls 17 times, and you're like, oh, you again? Hey, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
And
I love the Princess Peach ride. That's my favorite ride. I'm a Princess Peach Super Mark. That's what I'm here for. It's great.
100%.
We're talking about line lengths. There is a fantastic park that I went to. It's called Epic Universe. It's in Universal. Universal's new big park in Florida, and they have a ride called Harry Potter Battle of the Ministry, where the queue is set up to withstand a 6-hour line. It is built to where if there is a 6-hour line, you have stuff to look at for 6 hours. And I'm like, what? Maybe you could plan on not having a ride with a 6-hour line. Maybe something that has smaller capacity.
Bro, that's so long.
That is 3/4 of your day. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, you know what? I like the idea that they're gonna have entertaining shit throughout the line. So it's kind of like you're on a tour, but it's a one line. It's a line tour, which is weird. But okay, I applaud the effort. But 6 hours,
yeah,
bro. We went to the Harry Potter thing in the UK, and
nice, the tour thing, it's castle,
and it
great
goes
hall
through so much here, and the coolest shit you'll ever see. And then it's got we had an audio book that with it that would you could play whatever part you're at and everything. It was fun. It was an amazing thing. But I'm we just walked. It was an entire day of walking. It was just a heinous experience, right?
What was your favorite at the UK Harry Potter thing? Did you have a number one or even a top 2 or top 3 where you're this was the best?
I mean, they had the so I'm 6'2" and 300 pounds. Okay,
lying down.
So the when you they had a table, and my wife is 5'4". So they had that table where you have the perspective, of how they made Hagrid huge in certain things. So I did that with my wife and her friend, and her niece, and I just looked so much bigger, and it was so awesome. We had pictures of it. It was so cool. Yeah,
that's cool. Fun fact: you actually are Hagrid. So for all of you watching,
100% too.
Here he is. Yeah, it's we got him on the cast. It's great. Yeah.
Every time we go to a theme park that has Harry Potter stuff, they'll have the like miniature backpacks and then the larger version. So my wife will hold the larger version and she goes, here. And then I do a video of me holding the small one going, I don't think this is big enough. And it's one of my favorite jokes because I'm humongous. It's great. It's fun.
I love that. That's awesome. It's like when you have those videos, they're a little offensive, but let's talk about it. It's when you have like a, I don't know, there'll be like a little person and they'll like throw them like a, I don't know, like a ball. And then the little person like throw it back, but then you switch the image and it's like a grape. And you're like, wait, what's that?
Yeah.
This is mean, but
I am a fan of it's short women putting their camera from a perspective of their spouse.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? They're like, absolutely not. I look like a baby. And you're like, that is you 100% look like a baby.
I love that.
Very small.
I love that. Hell
yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Is it
bloody hell lad, this cheeky bloke.
Pear waffle, like an absolute just mad
Mad
respect.
respect.
Word,
that was
mad
British.
respect.
Holy
I'll
shit.
take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
We have Atlas performing at our show. We have 3 people in line. There you go.
Hey, it's 3 people. Better than nothing.
Yeah,
it's me,
absolutely.
Dino, and one other, and Hagrid. He's doing a 2-person thing that day. Yeah.
I'm like, but it's the same thing. I'm like, this is me and this is Hagrid. Yeah, one side has hair. Whatever. That's fine.
Exactly. You have to pay double. You know what? Just Hagrid. Just Hagrid. All right, we're not.
That's fair.
Into that.
When Katie and I went to Japan, we went to Tokyo Disney, which is
that's like the best.
It's like really cool. Well, because like the way it works is they just sort of license the Disney IP, and they're like, okay, whatever, we don't want to fly to Japan to enforce it, so do whatever you want. So like certain things are given more like weight than other stuff. Also, it's not an entire like donating your kidney to get a ticket to it. It's much cheaper.
I think you can pay for a Japan trip to like Disney Sea and Disney Tokyo, including your flight, including your hotel, including everything, is still cheaper than like living in LA and trying to go to like Disney World for like a day. Like it's wild the way it works out.
Is that not insane? Like
that is crazy.
I believe it. USA.
Oh yeah.
USA.
USA. The crazy part was like we used my epilepsy as a way to skip lines.
Get your DOS pass, your disability pass. Yeah.
And the language barrier. So
that should have been your disability, not the epilepsy, but
the language barrier.
Your lack of language.
All I know is how to say sumimasen and gomenasai.
Rice, samurai. Am I getting somewhere? I don't know. I'm trying to do this.
It's also so American. I use my disability to my advantage, and then I said, "Oh, sorry. If you don't speak English, that's a you problem. I'm going."
Nah, I mean, we try not to be ugly Americans about it, but it was just like, okay, we get to go through a shorter line. Awesome.
Also, taking advantage of the tiny Japanese men when you're coming at them, you're like, I'm as big as 2 of you. You got a day in my life. It's great, right?
No, that's kind of what it felt like. Like I talked about this on the show before, where like that country is made for people who are 5'7", and I was just like bumping into things and into people and just being like, sumimasen, sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so like just trying not to like bump into people like this the entire time.
Dino was talking about him and his wife or niece were doing the big person, little person Hagrid thing over in Japan. Same attraction, just there's no special trick to it. It's just Atlas walking next to everyone. Look at me, I'm a giant.
I mean, my wife is 5'1" and I'm 6 foot, so similar idea too.
Great. So you're living that game every day. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Great. Did you ride the center of the earth thing? I heard that.
Yes, it's so cool.
Oh
yeah.
Is it a roller coaster or is it a dark ride? How would you classify it?
It's a dark ride. So just think like Space Mountain, but with like rock creatures instead of space, like where it goes down.
I love that
the entire time. It's really cool.
Awesome.
Down to where? To where?
The center of the earth.
The center of the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was
That's
based
cool.
off the Austin Powers 2 Big Drill attraction, right? Not the Jules Verne thing. Was that a thing? Am I making that up? Wasn't there an Austin Powers storyline where they were trying to drill to the center of the earth?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah, that was the threat.
It's one of the movies. I can't remember which one though. Yeah.
Awesome.
Makes sense. I don't know. See,
I don't like how much I look like Dr. Evil being bald in the pit. I've never seen myself do this.
At least you can grow a decent beard. I have the eye star, so all you need is the...
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
There you go. What do you got, buddy? What's your Dr. Evil contribution?
Oh, I have resting murder face because I just go
perfect.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I look like a murderer. And people are like, no, you don't. And I'm like, I do that. And then they're like, oh, you 100% look like a murderer. I'm like, yeah, no.
Altogether, we're a Mike Myers villain. I love it.
I like it.
Can anybody do Dr. Evil's voice or no?
I heard no, but fun fact, did you hear that oh my god, Dana Carvey and Mike Myers were like for a minute because I guess Dr. Evil is Dana Carvey's impression of Lorne Michaels. And Mike Myers heard it. He's like, that's hilarious. So we needed a voice for Dr. Evil. He just used Dana Carvey's impression of Lorne Michaels. Dana Carvey was like, what the hell? That's my impression. Like, so they like didn't talk for a while.
So
that makes a lot of sense where it's like, hey, can I make a sketch about anything funny? And Lorne is like, how about no? Or whatever.
So I'm still like probably like 10 minutes away from Mike Myers Way in Toronto. Like
no
it's actually
way.
Like a street.
There's a street named after him. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's his neighborhood where he grew up.
That's beautiful.
It is. He's very. It's a very specific type of humor.
I feel like some deep cuts is probably once a year. I watch So I'm Married an Axe Murderer. Just want to throw that out there.
Great movie.
Great movie. No one likes it. No one talks about it.
No, he's weirdly famous where it's just like. He does stuff people are like, that was awesome, and just disappears from thing. Whereas you have, people who have existed in the land of Borat and can't leave. And you're just like, I don't understand what's happening, right?
I think he had a height of power and fun, and we all know him. And then he did the Love Guru, and we all just kind of blank slated him. We're like,
Love Guru was just so weird. And I'm like,
it wasn't great.
Is this a real thing? Who did this? What happened?
I was probably 20 years old wanting to like it. Like in my Mike Myers peak of fandom, I was like, I'm going to love this. Walked out being like, the movie. I spent $8 on that. Yeah, I did.
It's one of those, it's one of those things where you went expecting what it's like when you go to a movie expecting an action movie and then you're like, this is a love story, and you're like, shit, who did this? What happened? Who ruined my evening now? Kind of things.
I apparently in Shrek it was Chris Farley who was supposed to be the Shrek voice
originally,
and then I guess he passed away like right before he finished all his lines. They got Mike Myers in, he recorded everything for Shrek. Then after he recorded everything, was like, you know what? I kind of want to do an accent. So they went back, re-recorded all of his lines.
With the Scottish accent?
With the Scottish accent. He's like a billionaire now from it. So, whatever. It's like, I feel like Shrek money is the biggest money.
And then also, like, imagine the Shrek musical where Shrek has a Southern accent, like Chris Farley was going to do it. That's just not the same, man. Like,
full circle, and I'm not talking about Chris Farley's size either.
Heyo.
Bro, no, that's what, like that. Yeah, there's a video apparently of some of him doing it, and you're like, oh yeah, that would not be the same movie. That is a very different experience, right? But
because also like Fat Bastard was in everyone's minds at that point.
Yeah. I forgot about that character, and I loved that character. I was like, how many people was he in Austin Powers? Dr. Evil, Fat Bastard, Austin Powers. Anyone else?
That's all of them, right?
Goldmember.
That's right.
Goldmember.
Yeah. I never remember
Beyonce.
About
I'm pretty sure he played Beyonce. I'm pretty sure that was him.
Yeah.
That was like mine.
There's like, so this is the wild thing. Like, watching those movies, you're just like, what is happening right now? And then they did the do-over in the one movie where it was Danny DeVito was Mini-Me and Kevin Spacey was Dr. Evil, and I'm like, what is happening? And everybody's in on it. I'm like, this is the craziest kind of set of movies since like Police Academy. It's I don't know what the hell. Everyone was involved. Everybody.
I think about I was a big fan of Robot Chicken for a long time, which is all Seth Green. And it's like a very like ADHD kind of like chopped up show where it's like different stuff popping up. But I was thinking about it, and I'm sure Seth didn't take this from Austin Powers, but he was probably influenced. Austin Powers is a very just kind of like, let's just come up with a bunch of random scenes. We'll tie them together, but let's just think of bits and let's just have like these like almost like bitty sketches like come up. And it's wild how like it is. And I'm like, oh, Robot Chicken's kind of, it's very, wow, look at the connections. I love it.
I mean,
you can't not think of like anytime I parallel park. Right, like the thing in the hallway always goes through my mind where I'm like, please don't bump into the car in front of you. No.
Watching anyone parallel park, I feel that way, and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be entertaining just every time. It's great.
I think being a millennial, at least once every couple weeks, just an Austin Powers reference just pops into your mind with something you're gonna do. You'll see like a carrot and be like, it's a giant penis. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? There's like all these, like, anyone with like a mildly Russian accent, you're like, oh, Frau Farbishina, that's you. I feel like that movie just constantly in my brain. Something's like
I was teaching Macbeth to my students this year, and like they're like, Mr. Novack, can you be someone? I'm like, all right, I'll be Angus. And I read the Angus lines with the Scottish accent. They're like, why are you talking like Shrek? I'm like, okay, this is a group of people. This is just what they sound like.
What's really annoying is Atlas was trying to do donkey, but it came out. Why is my donkey?
Eric, I'll be honest. I've never heard Atlas pull off a good accent. He has said he can do several, not one. I'm like, nope, that's not it. It's just, I don't know. It's a distinctive American thing that I'm like, I don't.
It is. I feel like a lot of Americans, we don't do accents, we do exaggerations. You know what I mean? We don't really do
absolutely
the thing. We just like, oh, let me get this and turn it up. Yeah.
This is the thing. So like when I was growing up, like we had all sorts of, like, everybody was in my school. Like we had people of a million different denominations, like European, African, Asian, and North American, South American. Just there was all over the map. So I'm like, you got to hear accents from, because you would meet everyone's parents as well, right? And you would be like, you would be respectful. You're like, because you're like, yeah, the kids don't have the accent, but they're like, parents will, right? And then everyone, of course, always hated the transfer student that had a British accent. You're like, oh shit, that's really problematic. You're like, that's no, that's not good. All the girls are like, he's great, and we're like, he's definitely gay. Just couldn't leave him alone. Just leave him alone. It's fine. It's good. He's just British. Whatever.
I feel like there's probably a lot of French accent stuff going on. I guess more in like Montreal, Quebec area. But do you get a lot of that kind of like? I think it's a really fun
not
accent.
Often. It's also like, so this is the what we will always like. Whenever you go into Quebec, immediately there are no English signs, like nothing.
I believe that.
And you're kind of going, that's rude. You're like, you guys are like, you force us to have it, but you guys are like, no, we don't have to do that. And I'm like, no.
Tabernacle here in Quebec.
And if you speak,
no English for you.
That's a great donkey, Atlas. That's a great donkey. I love that. That is the best.
No, that was my Boston accent. Actually.
Oh, that was Boston.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's even worse.
Nigerian? Oh my gosh! Wow. A big take on that.
But they won't speak English to you, and you're like, hey man, like that's the one advantage of looking like me, where I'm like, I walk in and I'm like, hi. And they're like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Just give me this. I'm like, I don't even bother. And it just, because they're very aggressive with it. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care about you. I'm Greek. I'm better than all of you. It's fine. Whatever.
It's true. It's true. I want to hear the accent on the border, because I feel like the like that French accent is so. I'm half Filipino, and I feel like Tagalog has similarities, and that it's very like not rigid, but like hard and like boom, 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 boom,
Yes.
boom. And there's like a oomph to it. There's a power to it. Where the Canadian accent is almost like overly like beautiful and nice and like, oh, hello.
Yeah.
I want to see
100% factual
of the French Canadian like
This is the
kind.
thing.
But,
It's Quebecois French, because that's the whole thing. Is if you tell a person from Quebec and you put a French person with them, the French person will not be like, I don't understand the words you're saying. That's not French. You speak like they are like the lowest of the low when it comes to speaking French. And like, so it's what you do is you just remove all the sexiness you can from French, and that's Quebecois. It's harsher and guttural and unsexy. Just it's more exactly. Now you got it. Yeah, that's fair.
I love that.
We are known for our STDs.
Atlas, we know
that is also
Bostonians
true.
aren't known for their STDs. All right, there's not a lot of STDs in Boston. Come on, they're Christian folk. They're Catholic folk.
Yeah.
So horrible.
Wait, Alice, where are you from originally? You're not also Canadian? That would be beautiful.
Santa Monica. That's where I'm from LA.
Oh, I love it. That's cool. Kind of like the Boston of Canada, I would say. No, that has no connection whatsoever. I don't feel like West Siders.
You mean like the Boston of California? Is that the
Boston of I'll take that. Yeah. There's a little bit of a kind of edge to the West Siders. You know what I mean?
No, we're all NPR listening nerds, and then like occasionally you get a Stephen Miller. That's what Santa Monica is. Yeah.
That's dope. I love that.
I don't know.
Oh man.
So theme parks.
Theme parks. Yes.
So this is the thing is so Eric, I used to be over 500 pounds. So I didn't I stopped going. Yeah. So I lost like a person of fat. And
congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But like for a long period of time, I couldn't fit on most roller coasters, right? So now I'm like, I'm back in the zone. So when we went to Universal, I couldn't go on one ride that they had because I was too big. And they were like, and I got on, I'm like, just push it down. They're like, we can't, your shoulders are too big. And I'm like,
we can't do this on a trampoline. There are no restraints.
That's why I was like, just push down. They're like, we're not allowed. I'm like, I'll try and push down. I'm like, I can't push down on me. I need someone else to push down. But like at the same time, I never got to go on I think it was Darien Lake. No. Six Flags Darien Lake, I think, is
those coasters.
They had a Superman ride that bro, they got ahead of it. They put a model of the seats right at the beginning entrance of the line. They're like, listen, if you have to question it, here's the seat. If you don't fit, don't line up. You're gonna be disappointed. We ain't gonna squeeze you in. That's not gonna happen.
We can't squeeze you in. We're putting you instead on the Superman 64 ride, and that is worse.
Significant.
There's a little controversy. I forgot what park it was. I'll remember at 3 a.m. and text you, and then we can edit this in later. But I guess they have those like sample seats outside a lot of attractions to be like, can you fit this? Just make sure whatever. There's one park somewhere, I forgot what, but I guess they updated their roller coaster stuff, like their handle, like how you get in. So the outside seat wasn't updated. So people were waiting for like an hour, 2 hours in line, getting to the front. And then they're like, oh yeah, you can't fit.
They can't. Yeah.
And it was like, what? And I guess some guy who reviewed it was like, yeah, I'm like 36-inch waist. And even I had like a tough time in it. And I'm like, that's like an average, that's a skinny waist.
That's a skinny person. Yeah.
So I'm like, geez Louise, like I would be so upset.
Yeah. That's like, like it was, and also that seat too was ridiculous. So
there's
can you imagine waiting 5 hours and then you're like, I can't even go.
Sorry.
Fuck you.
What is your favorite like theme park confection? Like favorite type of food to eat at a theme park?
Ooh, that's a good
Funnel
question.
cake.
I think I'm a big fan of like I'm a big fan in general of like if I'm traveling or somewhere that I'm not usually, I want something that I can't get anywhere else. So if I'm in
Okay.
beautiful
Yes.
Toronto or
Yeah.
Santa Monica, I don't want to like get McDonald's. You know what I mean? Because I can get
Right.
McDonald's
Yeah, yeah.
anywhere. I don't want to get, you know what I mean? So I think anything exclusive, I'm a big fan of. I think the Dole Whip was like a really fun exclusive thing because you
Yeah,
couldn't
that's a
find it in a
fun
lot of
one.
places. Pandemic, they
Yeah.
kind of released the recipe. You can get it more places now.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever I go to Florida, Epic Universe is really cool because they have a lot of like themed foods. So they have like a vampire steak with like a bloody sauce, and I'm like, oh, you don't
Oh,
see that
That's
everywhere.
cool.
It's like a fun
Yeah.
yeah.
Instagrammable thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
anything exclusive, anything I can't get anywhere else, that's what I'm like itching towards
Definitely.
more than like I need to have a churro or I need a
Mm.
pretzel or I need a 3 foot
Right.
tall ice cream. Yeah.
That makes sense. Like the what's it called? When we were in Japan, ironically, like you want to try McDonald's in Japan because they do it differently there,
Yeah.
which we did on the way
Right.
out. But the I love the Dole Whip or like just any sort of like fried something, funnel cake, churro, that sort of thing. Because nothing gives you diarrhea like something fried. And that is also an intrinsic part of the theme park experience, which is diarrhea.
If the fried dough doesn't get you, the ice cream is going to get you. Okay. Yeah. Either way, you're shitting yourself. It's going to happen. Okay. But
yeah, sneaking in food is my favorite amusement park food. I don't think you even have to sneak it in anymore. They're just like, whatever.
Yeah, no, hey, they've locked down on that kind of stuff. If Undercover Brother and Austin Powers collaborated, would you watch? 100%.
Yeah,
I would master both accents and do an entire dialogue. That's fine.
Undercover Powers. It's a horrible superhero film.
That's awesome.
Austin,
brother,
Undercover Powers. Undercover Powers. Hell
okay,
yeah.
Undercover Powers just sounds like literally any superhero show where they have to keep a secret identity, right?
That would be the lethal weapon of the comedy world. That would be the lethal weapon of the comedy world.
Yeah,
that'd be fantastic.
A few years ago when I went to Disney with Katie's family, my brother-in-law, or just Katie's brother at the time because we hadn't married yet, brought a Camelback full of margaritas. So just like that was awesome. So we're like getting wasted 100%. At Disney as you're walking around.
Oh
yeah.
That's the best. I love drunk Disney. I feel like so California Adventure here on the West Coast. We have California Adventure and Disneyland, both next to each other. But California Adventure like has beers and alcohol, and Disney just started doing like a little bit of alcohol at some of the restaurants. They have like a private club that has it, but they don't. And you feel the difference between going to Disneyland. You're like, look at all these happy families and children, and then you go to California Adventure, like everyone's raging. Let's party.
Yeah,
this is great. This is. The tonal divide is perfect. I'm such a big fan.
If you get
where California Adventure is just like New Orleans, where just like everyone's walking around with a beer.
Why
or
is New
whatever?
Orleans Square over there when it should be over there?
Yeah. I mean, okay, so Jim's like a Club 33 in Disneyland has $200 steak dinner and $18 one. Yeah. Oh, so just recently somebody got kicked out of Club 33. It was a rich couple, and they're like, "No, you've been banned. You're done." Because they got
back or something.
I think so, but we were saying that they got drunk and then they were like released into the park and like shenanigans. And I'm like,
oh shit.
Jeez, that's why I'm like, I don't like I feel like that's by the way, food wise, 100% the like what you can't get anywhere else, definitely. But
that's the
funnel cake, but it's gotta be a good funnel cake. Like that's a top tier. Like it's gotta be like, hey, I want strawberry sauce with strawberries in it, a big mound of like soft serve, and a good funnel cake batter, like where they make the fat ones, you know. And then where I'm like spending an hour with a plastic fork that can't cut for shit, and then I just decide I'm gonna make a taco out of the whole thing and just eat it. And you know what? I have zero regrets about it. Zero regrets.
Absolutely. You shouldn't have it. That's a perfect meal. I would put that as just my favorite food in general. Not the funnel cake, but the funnel cake taco. You need to be angry enough to not use a knife, go through that emotional process, and then be rewarded with the actual whipped cream taco. It's great.
And then with innovation. And you're like, listen, I created it. It's a masterpiece. It's fine. But I'm
a texture man. I love texture, and I feel like you can't get a soft funnel cake. You need the crunch on it. You need the crunch on the outside, soft inside. No crunch.
It's the same thing with like waffles, right? Waffles needs a little bit of a hard exterior. Otherwise, it's just this is just batter,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No. There's a nuance to all sorts of stuff like that. And that's we just yesterday, so we started making protein pancakes, and that we had a deal that if any bananas went bad, we're gonna make protein pancakes with the bananas. 9:00 at night. I'm like, that's it. Let's do it. Delicious. And I'm like, listen, you got a crispy outside, you got a gooey on the inside because there's banana. Perfect invention. Okay.
It's great. Take notes, theme parks. Take notes. Better funnel cakes, crispier, banana it up. Get a bunch of bananas. If they get old, funnel cake them.
Hey, have you ever like lined up for food at a theme park and been like super disappointed by it?
Yes.
Yeah. But a little caveat is I feel like you kind of walk in knowing you're going to overpay for something that's a little more mid than usual.
Yeah.
So I think in my mind, I feel like with rides, sometimes I'll like overhype it a little bit and be like, this is going to be great. And I get on being like, that was good, whatever. I think with food, I'm always like, it's more sustenance. And if it's fun, bonus. If it's not, I'm agreeing in my head $20 for a pretzel is just what life is going to be today. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'd rather just pay knowing that this was going to happen instead of complaining about it and ruining my day. Absolutely. No, 100%.
For sure.
I had a flaming Mo at Universal.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't really, it was just juice. And I'm just like, hey man, that's a dick move. Like at least have it like, I think it was like a Shirley Temple, but with other stuff too. And I'm like,
yeah, we couldn't name it Shirley Temple with other stuff too, because then we would have gotten sued by her estate or whatever.
But then we asked one of the guys, like we were at one of the stores and they had the giant donut. And I was like, hey man, I'll be honest with you. Like I want the donut because it's cool, but I want to know that it's a good donut because I am going to eat it. He's like, yeah, you don't want it. I was like, for real? He goes, yeah, no, it's not great.
He was honest.
Like, right.
I respect that.
Yeah. I still bought something else, but I was like, I'm buying it not to keep it. I'm buying it to eat it. And he's like, yeah, you don't want that. I was like, all right, cool.
The something else you bought was just another donut. You're like, all right. Well,
the small ones were okay. No, it's fine.
Yeah. I also like how you walked into a bar knowing that Mo from The Simpsons created a drink and being like, you know whose number one thing is flavor? Mo from The Simpsons. Of course, Mo's going to have a delicious drink.
You can stand on that Sizzlack name, okay? That's it.
Yeah.
Mo Sizzlack is an honorable man and would never water down his drinks.
It's just dishwater and lighter fluid.
Yeah.
He's like, here you go.
You just pointed it out and it's on.
I got to tell you, pretty terrific. Yeah.
$34.
Yeah. And dysentery.
I played the love game and I got that. That was fun. The love game. I was like, yeah, that was fun.
My favorite attraction, my favorite ride of all time is probably the Universal Studios tour. Have y'all?
Those are so fun. Yeah.
Out here.
Yeah.
When you were at Hollywood. Atlas, you had to have gone. I feel like if you're an LA guy,
I live right near it. Anytime I get on the freeway, you can see the fucking Minion. Like it's right there. Yeah.
Awesome.
But yes, I've been on the tour.
It's a good one. I have a bit about it, and I say it's kind of a thrill ride because it's like an hour long. So that's an hour of me holding my pee, which is like the most thrilling experience you can get from any roller coaster.
Yes, there's lots of bumps, right?
Yeah, what Velocicoaster you put me on? If I have to hold my pee for more than 30 minutes, the adrenaline's flowing, baby. It's flowing.
That is
I love
wild. Yeah, we didn't do that. I didn't know you could tour Universal Studios. That'd be cool.
They have a tour. It's at Universal Studios. It's interesting. So it started as a set or as a studios. So you go through some stuff, but over the years they've had like little rides in it. Like there's one where you go into like King Kong's world and there's like a 3D simulation where like big King Kong is like running around you. There's one where it's like a subway during an earthquake. So you're like, oh, it's an earthquake and stuff fall down. I'm a big fan of it because I feel like economics wise, I'm getting like 2 or 3 mini rides out of this one ride.
For sure.
So I'm like, all right, cool.
Right.
Timing wise, I'm knocking stuff out. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Canada's big theme park? You have Wonderland. Edmonton has a beautiful mall. Isn't there a beautiful mall theme park?
So West Edmonton Mall has a theme park inside of it.
Hell yeah. It's like our Mall of America, but more Canadian.
Yeah.
It's in Canada. Yeah.
with cowboy hats.
And Minnesota's pretty freaking Canadian for a U.S. state too.
It is. It's probably the most.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. It's but yeah. So Canada's Wonderland is close by. When I was growing up, it was close by, so we would go all the time. We would get a season's pass and just go like all sorts of times. And like the best memory I have was they have a ride called the Bat, which it cranks you back. You go through the ride and it does a whole bunch of loop-de-loops and then goes back up, and then you do the whole thing in reverse and come back. And we harassed me and my brother harassed my parents into going, and my parents were like, fine, we'll go to Canada's Wonderland. So we go to Canada's Wonderland, and then we're like, okay, we're in. They're like, what do you want to go on first? So we'll go the Bat, because it's a long line, so we're gonna bang it out, and then we can do everything else, because everybody else is lining up on everything else. We're gonna just get this done. My parents like, great. So we go on. They come off looking white like ghosts, and they're like, hey, here's some money so you can go do whatever you want for the rest of the day. We're gonna sit right here and we'll meet you right here at the end of the day. We're not doing any more rides. I was like, oh, my parents are old. Cool. All right, let's go. And then off we were. It was a great time.
How would you rate it? What was your rating of the Bat?
Oh, it's a great ride. It's absolutely terrifying, because you get all of a really great ride, and then the whole thing again backwards, which is significantly worse. And it is a very unique experience, similar to like standing up on a ride, or rides that have like individual pods, so you're moving independently of everyone else, like those distinct experiences. So like the Bat is one of those where you're like, oh yeah, you do it forward, which is terrifying, and then do it backward, which is worse. Great ride.
Universal UK, they're opening up a UK Universal Studios. There's going to be a Lord of the Rings land. Oh my god, that's going to be amazing. Awesome. But there's going to be a Back to the Future section, and I
missed the Back to the Future section. That was such a fun ride.
They're not going to have like the motion simulator that we used to have. They're going to have a coaster that sounds like it's going to be like the Bat. And I saw a ride through of it, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But then it clicked. Oh, it's like the Back because it's Back to the Future. So the whole point is you're doing like a big chunk of it in reverse because you're going back to the future. And I was like, wow, I love this.
This is genius.
This is amazing. Yeah, I'm so stoked. It's
100%. So that's the thing, is like the best time to go to a theme park for me is like if it's like lightly raining, like just a little bit of raining.
I agree.
You're like, oh, I can walk around. I'm not going to get sunburned. If anything, I'm going to be cool. So I'm going to wear some extra layers.
Yeah.
And then
it keeps some people away because they're like, ew, it's raining or whatever.
And if it's too much
I like
rain,
how Atlas is the one being kept away. He's like, it'll keep some people away. I don't want to.
No. I'm on Dino's side because I am very pale and burn very easily. So light rain, I'm in. Like, yeah.
It's a perfect. Like that's because if you get too much rain, they might shut down rides, and then the day is ruined, and and then you're stuck inside with everyone else, which is gross. But then you can go. You kind of have the freedom of the park. If it's a little bit of rain, I'm like, I will be discomforted, and then go and enjoy myself. I did one night. It was just a weird night. We went and we were there until like right till close. And we went on the Vortex, which is you're in your own pod, but it actually goes up through the mountain and then comes down off the mountain and does all sorts of crazy stuff. And you like pass right over people like walking through a pathway. And because there was no line, we just kept on. They're like, you have to get out and run through again, but like nobody else is here. So we just kept doing it. And we went like 7 times. And I'm like, this is peak life as a teenager. This is a peak life experience. Like I rode the Vortex until the Vortex gave up. That's it. Great.
I love that.
What is your guys' opinion of, because this is technically a type of theme park, water parks?
Ooh.
So my take on that in its current version is Universal is trying to sort of compete more aggressively with Disney in Florida. And Disney has 4 theme parks and I think 3 water parks, but they're all known like, oh, you got the 4 theme parks, you got Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios. So wow, Disney has 4 parks. Universal just opened a new park, and their whole tagline is like, oh, we have 4 parks too now. Look at us. But one of the parks they're counting as their 4 parks is a water park. And my gripe with that is like, I don't know if you can claim that. I don't know if you can claim a water park as being like your 4th park to compete with Disney's 4 real parks. But I think they're cool. I mean, they're not for me.
But does Epcot have any rides? I think they were just like exhibits.
They have a few rides. They're coming up. They're doing some thrill stuff. The future world and all that. The front part used to be more educational. Now they're starting to do like roller coasters, stuff like that.
Because so like when we went to Disney Sea in Japan, it was like that, where like it was mostly just like a vibe, and there was like 2 rides, and then the rest was more of the environment.
I've heard Disney Paris is vibey. It's very like, we have rides, but look at the cool shit. And like, oh, okay.
Yeah. That's France in and of itself. Jim says, as a bus driver, I love it when it rains on amusement park charter equals getting home early. Oh yeah, that's it. Damn, water park rains won't shut the park down. That's also true. The only if there's lightning, and then he's like, all right, everybody has to get out of the water. That's
then only the real fans stay. Only the real fans are gonna say that.
It always happens when I'm in the middle of the lazy river and I'm like, there's nowhere to disembark, people. I gotta just run the whole thing.
I love a good like get wasted and go in the lazy river.
Okay, I would only count a water park as an amusement park if it had like a bunch of different slides, if it had like a full lazy river, like a tidal pool, like stuff like that. It's got to have cool experiences. But the problem is that now they're way too packed. And
do you remember going to Raging Waters like 15 years ago, Eric? Or
yes, I went when I was in high school and I got a staph infection. So
that is very like on brand. I don't know what it is about theme parks, but it's like you can go there and fully expect to come back with like some sort of disease that doesn't exist anymore. Hey, it came back with the Black Plague. Good thing there's a treatment for it now. But
the Great Plague, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
the Great Plague.
That was that. So we used to, when I was younger, we would vacation in Florida, and like that was a big deal. Like my dad wanted to check the pool out to make sure it was clean because we would use the pool, but we also would like go and swim. We would go to Fort Lauderdale, so we would go and swim on the beach in the morning, and then in the afternoon come home for lunch, and then we would jump back in the pool, right? But if it had a dirty pool, you're like, I'm not going in that. You're gonna catch something, and then you're like, that is no, thank you. That's 2 weeks of misery.
There was a girl I went to high school with who was she was in a wheelchair, which is that's great. No, it's not. It's fine. Good for you. I don't know how to comment. Why am I commenting?
That's great.
She was in a wheelchair, and I just assumed maybe she had an injury or born with something. Found out years later that she went to Raging Waters, swallowed some water, and a parasite ate at her spine. Caused her to be in a wheelchair, and then she got some crazy major lawsuit money. But after the staph infection, I was like, oh, water parks. And then after hearing that, I was like, I'm gonna stick to California Adventure with a beer.
There's too many people in the pool for too long where you're like, hey, you got to rebalance that chlorine to urine there mix there, bro.
Yeah.
People hanging out too long.
So much. Yeah.
Another South Park episode that has to do with that, where they're at a water park, and then they're like, if the water gets to like this percentage of pee to water ratio, it's going to be like a huge disaster. And then it does. And Cartman has a very wistful ballad about how there's too many minorities in the water park. Because of course
sounds about right. Sounds like Cartman.
Yeah. They've had issues up here with too many people going to water parks, and then like the tidal pool, which will throw you around, right? Like you need a little bit of space. You need like I should be able to stretch my arm out. Yeah. and it's people are like sardines, and you're like, hey, that only is it not safe? Also, like, people are getting touched, and you're like, hey, not okay. That's
yeah, that's a little weird.
Too much.
Yeah.
It is, and that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
I like a theme park, and I like the whole idea that I got to learn stuff and see stuff. Like we went to the planetarium in Hong Kong.
Nice.
Super cool. And we actually we went on a day where we didn't know it was a free day. So they're like, yeah, you could just go in. I'm like, no, we want tickets to this movie. They're like, there's 2 tickets left. I'm like, we'll take it. And we got to watch a video of like the solar system and how the galaxy works and stuff. Super cool. And they're like, you press whichever channel, you're like English, Cantonese, Mandarin, and all sorts of languages. And I'm like, this is a great experience. But that's like, I like that too, where you can walk through the planetarium and see all the cool stuff, and it's interactive. That to me is also up there with a theme park if it's a good one, right?
Down in LA, we have the California Science Center. Atlas, you've been to California.
Yes,
Science Center, right? It's a cool thing.
Fantastic.
It's
yeah,
it's free. Oh my lord, it's free. But
really?
when I was in college, I went to school close to there, so I would get super high. I mean, I would like go over there and just get like so lit. And then I would go to their IMAX, pay for like a $6 Swimming with the Sharks movie, and then just like walk around the science center, see a giant test animatronic, like press a button, see like all these. And I remember just being like, this is I'm living the best life. I truly am. And I'm learning. And I'm learning.
I mean, like, you know what? This is the crazy part about that is that if you can make it entertaining enough, you can teach people anything, right? And that's 100% just, hey, I remember it like just because it's a fun experience. And going into a planetarium, science center, like, yeah, it was great. We tried to figure out because we had a science center that's actually close by here. It's shut down now and they're moving it, but you could have your wedding there. And I was like, they'll give us a tour for free and we can talk about what options there are. And I'm like, how much of the space is open to like science center, by us? And she's like, not much. And I was like, oh, well, fuck you then. I don't want to do this. Yeah. That's no. Now you're charging for parking. I'm not doing that. Yeah.
No, I get that.
The adults with goggles in a wave pool is suspicious. LOL. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Someone's like, hey man, you can't do that. And I'm like, no, I can't have water go up my nose. It's really painful and I can't like plug it myself. He's like, then use a clip because it looks like you're a pervert. I'm like, well, I am a pervert, but I get you.
I don't want to look like one. Yeah.
Maybe don't say
I don't want to look like a pervert. Yeah. That's yeah.
I have a question that sometimes I'll ask my friends, and I would love to pose it on the pod right now. But you can do any park. You can do any park that's not even a real park. You can make it up right now. But if you could take an IP or a property or a brand or not, but if you could create your very own theme park ride, like what is the Atlas Novack ride? You know what I mean? What is the Erik Escobar ride? What is the Dino? What is the ride? What's the system? What's the branding? Do you want to talk about the queue? What the queue looks like? What would be like your like? This is my contribution to the attractions world.
I have 2 good ideas already.
Go for
Start
it,
with the second one. Let's go, baby.
I'm at a blank. Yeah, go for it.
Like kind of like a American Ninja Warrior type theme park, but it's also based on like Street Fighter. So you actually have to do like crazy shit, and then also you get to fight. And I'm like, all right, so you get all like headgear and everything, so nobody gets hurt too bad, but you also get to fight and like make it kind of like a combative version of American Ninja Warrior.
Okay, so like
physically,
so the theme park is the traversal of the theme park more than the theme park itself. That's cool. Yeah. I like that.
And then another one would be Dragon Ball Z World. Like so, okay, at Universal. Yeah. Super Mario Brothers was one of the coolest experiences I've ever seen, just because it's perfect. Like you walk in, you're like, oh, I'm in Super Mario World. This is where I am. This is no question. I got a hoodie with Super Mario. I'm the coolest. It's the best thing I've ever bought. Like that, but Dragon Ball Z, like that level of accuracy. So I'm like, it's like you're in that world. And then I would have rides according to the various Dragon Ball Z villains and all sorts of stuff. right? And then you could get weird shit too. I would have food all based on Dragon Ball Z because he loves food. There's a tons of dishes in it, like a million different things. It's the perfect theme park. And also you would be able to build it anywhere in the world when people would come. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it is. People will make their way there under no no question.
I want to hear Alice's, but I want to get a tiny bit deeper. So I feel like Dragon Ball Z is so iconic because kids like it, adults like it, everyone likes it. Are your rides more like kid dark rides, fun stuff, or are they like Dragon Ball Z, like thrill, coastery? Because it can go either way. I
mean, so this is the thing is, I think I would have two separate versions, like a kid's version of Dragon Ball Z and then a deeper version of Dragon Ball Z, where like they could be dark or it could be scary or it could be a lot more, right?
I like that.
And like also like there's so like, do you understand that the cartel shuts Mexico down for the finale of Dragon Ball Z? Like that was a real thing. They had a liaison with Japan to get a live feed directly to Mexico that was broadcast throughout Mexico live the same time happening with Japan. And the cartel shut down everything. The cartel was actually like creating, like directing traffic and making sure like people were safe, and like it was an insane event that happened where you're going like, I'm sorry, what did you say there? Yeah, the cartel's like, Dragon Ball's on, shut down.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of the Seinfeld finale in the US where you see pictures of like just cars stopped and they're watching like a live feed on a billboard or something.
In the Philippines back in the day when Manny Pacquiao would fight and he would like box, I guess like crime like dramatically like sunk for like 4 hours and then it went back up. Like, and no one did anything for that period. And they're like, all right, cool, let's go about our thing. Or the cops were just like, we're not gonna go out, the fight's on. You know, either way.
This is my wife. She's like, never going to a water park ever. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
as a woman, absolutely
happen.
Yeah.
That's
Hillbilly reality camp. The thrill ride would be a moonshine run. I mean,
eastbound and down. Yeah, that's pretty.
Because you could do a quick switcheroo, and that's Jurassic Park. You're in the sphere riding around and stuff. But moonshine run. That makes sense.
My two answers are, the first one is the first thing that popped into my head, but I don't think it's the best answer, which is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Where like it's more because you can do the same thing with Dragon Ball, where like there's so much like Avatar-esque food.
A million
there's a cookbook for it.
The land's already built though, air, sea, water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
But the rides I think are where you run into trouble. Like what are you doing? Maybe you have like an Earth Rumble 6 thing where like you're throwing boulders at each other or whatever.
Up in the sky, you build like a fucking air temple. You build an air temple up top.
Yeah,
that's all like those bouncy meshes connecting everything, so it's like you're flying through the sky kind of thing.
Cool. I like that.
And then
you have a merry-go-round of
400 feet.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, can you imagine? Someone's like, I went to the Avatar ride and then I died, and you're like, oh, that's not.
And then I got reincarnated into the next nation in the cycle, so it was fine. And then my actual answer, I think, is Bob's Burgers, because like you do like that seaside town thing. You have a Bob's Burgers, but also they have a theme park. Wonder Wharf.
Fish odors.
So just kind of expand it out a little bit, and then it's like a little seaside town. Like I cannot tell you how much I want to live in their town. So much.
Hold on. Logan says they have an Avatar: The Last Airbender ride at Kings Island.
Oh my gosh!
I need to find out
first, though. Maybe Atlas, collect your royalties. Give Kings Island a call. All right, you said it.
Yeah. Mason, Ohio.
Oh, nice. You guys have Soarin', right? The ride Soarin'.
Mason, Ohio. Wow.
Soarin'.
Mm-hmm.
Which ride is that?
Soarin's a California adventure. You kind of like get lifted.
Oh, Soarin' over California. I know what you're talking about.
California. They have a similar one in Washington called Wings Over Washington. But I consider that being like an air ride. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like,
yeah.
In the air, a water ride. You got a water at fire ride. You just get burned. I don't know.
I imagine that they could do like the thing where they're learning like the true, like the true source of firebending. You get to do the dragons with the thing, and then it's like I understand.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Maybe something like that. Yeah, it could be. I feel like that would be good for a show.
I mean, like, look, the there's two, like, there are so many different things that qualify as amusement parks at this point, right? Like, It's the interactiveness is one side, the rides. I remember some of the rides where it was literally like 10 stories of different pods, and it was just this huge screen. I think it was for Simpsons, and it was just like, and the whole thing just moved like just a little bit, but you felt like you were involved, and you're going, that's an awesome experience. Like, it was just it was insane. But some people are just like, oh, I get sick immediately. I'm like, then don't go to a movie. Don't come here. It's gross.
I will say, I feel like there is a big reliance, especially in the last like 10 years, just because it's the way life is going. But a lot of screens at parks. Big fan of practical effects. Big fan of like real animatronic stuff. And I feel like people with motion sickness can't do a lot of the new stuff, or they can, but they're like, I enjoyed it. Now I'm going to throw up for 4 hours. You know what I mean? I'm going to pull the bat with your parents. You know what I mean? Like
or like the Star Wars ride where you're like where it's like one is driving the ship. Whenever
Smuggler's Run.
Smuggler's Run. And every time I do that with my nephews, I'm like, I gotta vomit after this. I can't do this anymore. Like, it's,
I feel like the practical effects are where I'm hoping the trend goes. Universal in their newest park has a lot more practical type stuff where they use screens, but really like minimally. And I feel like that's one of those things where it's like, I want to see more of that, but it's so much easier to just have like 20 pods in front of a screen that move sort of. So it's like, where's the balance? You know what I mean? Like, do more of everything, but give those other guys a little shot.
I feel like the only balancing thing is that if you do the pods and screens, it's got to be a longer ride. You got to give me like 4 or 5 minutes as opposed to 80 seconds and we're done. I think that's the only counter to it, because that's it's not fair, right? It's not.
Well, with Erik Escobar, you're always getting about 80 seconds. You know what I'm talking about? That's my limit. All right, I'm a screen-based attraction, baby. There you go.
Erik,
fantastic.
Thank you so much for coming on Generation Dan. Where can people find and follow you and all that good stuff?
I loved this. It was super cool. Thank you for having me. Atlas, I love you a ton, and it's great to see you again here. I love you now, Dino, and I'm glad that we're connected. And if you guys want to love me, if you're watching, want to see me some love, you can see me at Erik Escobar on Instagram, ErikEscobar. Some fun stuff is happening pretty soon. Just taped my episode of Comics Unleashed, so that's coming out hopefully pretty soon. I also just did a special for Comedy Invasion, going to be on Hulu coming up very shortly. Hopefully this month, maybe next. We'll see. Oh, I don't know. I'm stressed. Let me go to a theme park. All right, let's go.
Follow the show at Generation Dan, wherever fine social medias are found, or me at Atlas Novack in all those same places. You can also check out my other stream, Nexus at Night. That's every Friday on YouTube at 7 p.m. Pacific. How about you, Dino?
Dino the Genetic Marvel. I've started building Lego again, so I'm going to try and be doing it on a daily basis because I have a ton of it, and I want to build He-Man. I have Castle Grayskull, and He-Man's coming out, so I'm like, it's the perfect time. It's 3,000 pieces though, and I've never done anything this big, so that's coming this week, everyone. But yeah, follow me. I'm doing stuff every day, and enjoy your Sunday. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.